Welcome, folks, to my second Let's Play for the month of July. And it's one I think you're really going to enjoy. That's right, folks. This is the legacy of Is. That's right, Is. Now, most people say Is, but it's really pronounced Is. So, yes, this is the legacy of Is, books 1 and 2. And it's like the remastered version of Is, except on a smaller scale. Now, if you remember the original one, there have been many problems with the first one. Like, you couldn't know how to attack. You basically ran into stuff. Well, here, you don't do that. Here, you do something totally different. You actually attack. That's right, you actually attack this time. So, the reason why I'm doing this game is because, well, Ace was, of course, an anime as well. So, we're going to do the game that actually started all, totally remastered. In Japan, it's called Is 1 DS and Is 2 DS. Look it up online. Tell me, am I right? So with that, folks, let's start off with Let's Play Is, Book 1. Now the thing is, I've actually beaten this game. As you can see, I actually did beat this game. Therefore, yeah. Since I actually beaten the game, I'll tell you what Time Attack does. Time Attack is basically, a boss rush. It shows how fast you can actually beat every boss, from Genocris to Dark Fact. So as you see all the names of the bosses called Genocris, Niltiga, Petrorix, Vagion, Pictomos, Kolanskad, Yogen Amu, and Dark Fact. And of course, music mode is basically, you actually have a sound test. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because these are two things you can actually unlock after you beat Is 1 DS. Same goes for Is 2 DS. So with that, let's actually start up a new game. And let's make things simple, shall we? Play it on easy. So we're actually going to play with a normal scheme. We're not playing with stylus, even though you can. Looks like you're awake. Don't move around too much. Your body's covered in bruises. How do you feel? Does anything hurt in particular? Adol rubbed himself. His body ached, but he could still move. Just relax, you're in the hospital here in the port of Barbado. Dad, is he awake? Oh, Slug. That was quick. How's your defense brigade meeting? Same as usual. We aren't making any progress. I see. Well, anyways, this young man just woke up. So you finally come to. I'm glad. Which reminds me, I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Barbado. I'm the owner of this hospital. And this is my son, Slug. He carried you here. He found you unconscious at the edge of the forest near the beach. My friends and I drove away the rebels that were attacking you. We got there just in time. I don't thank Slug for his help and introduce himself. My name's Adol Christin. Adol, huh? I haven't seen you around here before. Where are you from? Adol told them he had come to Asteria on a small boat from Pomerol. What, you actually made it through? Wow, that's a surprise. I think someone could come through the Veil of Storms. What are you two up to? Oops, here she comes, the nagging nurse. And just what do you mean by that? Don't you realize this young man is injured, Master Slug? He needs his rest right now. And he doesn't need to banter with you. Oh, I guess you're right. I wasn't thinking. I suppose we better call it a day, Adol. I'll drop by again when you're feeling better. Get plenty of rest. Adol recovered quickly in their care. And a few days later... yes. This character here is Adol Christin. The events you just saw in the anime cutscene was exactly how it was in the anime. His friend was a bard, and he told him about Asteria. So therefore, Adol took a boat, braved the elements, somehow ended up here, in the land of Asteria. Oh, I see you're able to get up now. Hey, what are you doing out of bed? No. I'm sure mild exercise, like walking through town, is alright. Besides, telling an active young man his age to stay in bed is pretty harsh. Anyway, Slug is probably down by the port. There's a warehouse there where the defense brigade meets. If you have questions, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer. Make sure you don't string yourself up. Master Adol, the monsters outside of town make it dangerous to travel. Please be careful. Now, the beautiful thing about this game is, well, just like in the original version, you can recover health on the field of battle. The only thing is you cannot, and I do mean cannot, regenerate during a boss fight. So therefore, you must be very careful to level yourself properly. So our first objective here is to speak with the villagers. Watch out for monsters with blue heads on the plains. You probably won't be a match for them until you have more experience. Somebody like you should just run instead of throwing your life away. I'm reckless. Since there are no ships in or out now, there's no work at the port. I was trading silver all the time and I was about to make it big. I'm back at square one now. So basically we have to just follow what the bottom of the screen tells us, and what we're doing is doing just that. We're talking to the locals. Gathering clues. Aren't you the guy that slag rescued? It's easy to tell, you don't see many redheads around here. Adol is one of the rare bunch of redheads you will ever see in a game like this. Hey Adol, you're up and about. You're already up and about? Every time I went to the hospital, you were asleep. I guess you were pretty tired, huh? Yeah, Richter. I guess Sly. Yeah. Sorry about that. By the way, would you mind telling me what the people outside think of Asteria? Adol told him about the rumors that Asteria was a cursed country. Cursed country, huh? Well, I guess that's partly true. Sounds like we can't expect them to help us. We're on our own. Well, anyways, let me tell you what I know about Asteria in return. What do you wish to know about? Here, you can actually learn about certain things which may help you along the way. As far as where to go next and what objectives you have and everything else, just to make things a little bit sweeter on yourself. Let's talk about Barbado. Barbado is the only port town in Asteria. A long time ago, it was a poor fishing village. It became a key trading port after silver was discovered in Asteria. Since the Veil of Storms appeared, no ships can get in or out. Since we can't export silver anymore, we're back to fishing again. Still, everyone was really in a frenzy to make money before. Things are probably better this way. Let's talk about Asteria. Asteria is a small island country. Its people live here in Barbado, in the walled city of Minea, and in the town of Zeptic, at the foot of Asteria's mountain range. People used to live in Rostini village, but it's abandoned now. Their silver mine closed down a while ago. After that, monsters started attacking the townsfolk. The place where you drift ashore is called White Foam Sands. It's a beautiful beach with white sand. Looks like it's covered with mother of pearl. If it weren't for the monsters, it'd be a great place for a walk. What else? Oh yeah, Asteria is known for the Dom Tower. Or the Darm Tower, as it's pronounced properly. It's a huge ancient ruin that looks like, let me read that again. It's a huge ancient ruin that looks tall enough to reach the clouds. I've heard you can even see it from Pomerock's port. If you look across the sea on a clear day, well, we have quite a few famous places here, but monsters have been inhabiting them since the Veil of Storms appeared. Gotten too dangerous to travel outside town. What do you want to know about? Veil of Storms. was half a year ago, I think. One night, while a trade ship carrying silver was leaving Barbado, a storm hit. The ship was caught in and ripped apart. Wreckage washed up on white sands. First, we thought it was a natural disaster, but since that day, all the ships sailing near Asteria have met the same fate. That was the birthplace of the Veil of Storms. People of Asteria can't even leave the island anymore. Most people have given up hope of escaping all these disasters. But I can't just sit and do nothing in a situation like this. Next is the Defense Brigade. A Veil of Storms and the monsters both appeared at the same time. The dark creatures that attacked you were the kind of monster too. They're called Ribbles. At first, the monsters just kept to the mountain paths. But over time, they began to attack villages. Barbado has really been hit hard. Minea has been threatened as well, but their walls keep monsters out. At least people live peacefully, on the inside at least. Zeptic only has a fence, but the monsters won't go near it. Supposedly a mysterious belt keeps them away from the village. We don't have anything like that. We protect this town ourselves. That's all we can do, right? I see. Well, come by sometime. Well, come by again sometime. And that is how you fish for information. Now, mainly if you speak to all the villagers, you will somehow get some experience or whatever. It depends on what it is, what you do. I've been fishing here since way back, but since the Veil of Storms appeared, I've been catching a lot more fish. Ain't that funny? Hey, it works both ways, man. I ain't mad. This pub was really busy before the Veil of Storms appeared. I don't mind losing money, but I miss how lively it was. Judging by that red hair, you must be out all right. I heard about you from Dr. Bluto. As you can see, we're open for business, but we've no customers. Since the Veil of Storms appeared, nobody's been coming through here. So the Veil of Storms is basically a mixed bag. It's both good and bad. Depending on their situation.
Papa always talks about going back to our whole country. I don't want to go back though. I have friends here.
There used to be a lot of traders in Barbado. Besides my husband and me. But the Veil of Storms appeared as they tried to sail home. Since my entire family's here, it took us longer to pack up. So we missed that first boat. Turned out to be a blessing. We only came to this island to make some quick money. Now I can't get back to the mainland to sell all this silver. Damn that Veil! Are you going to Minea? Be careful of monsters on the way. Yes, well, if you would move out of my... Please, ma'am. Thank you. I know about Minea.
I think I'll go play with the boy next door.
I bet you will. Slay acts cheerful, but I think he worries more than anyone else. Wouldn't it be better if everyone in Barbado just moved to Minea? Wouldn't have to live in constant fear of monster attacks. Yeah, well, you know, people can't always, think that way.
Oh, guy, you come here from the outside? Is the Veil cool? I don't want the Veil to disappear. next door said her family will go back home if it disappears.
Oh, puppy love. We were born and raised in this town. I would hate to leave. But we've a child. We have to think of his safety. Perhaps it's safer in Minea, since they have that huge wall. Well, the thing is this. It's never safe. Even if you think it might be safe, it ain't. It's just how it is. But you do have to think about your family, though. Oh, you're New Face. I see. So you're that was taken to Dr. Bluto's hospital. You must have had quite the mishap, eh? You're certainly looking head and heart now. It must be thanks to Dr. Bluto's treatment, right? Well, no. Bluto's house. I don't want to go back to Bluto's. Yes. Oh, also, if you press down the X button or Y button, you can run. And if you were attacking, you can do a rush attack. Let's run upstairs. Talk to the lookout. I'm keeping an eye on the town. From here, I can see monsters coming a mile away. That, of course, is the lookout's job. To actually look out. So you're doing a bang-up job, sir. Now, the goddesses you just saw in the opening were Fina and Rhea. Yes, Fina and Rhea. But it's Rhea. They pronounce it Rhea because of Japanese and English counterparts, that sort of thing. I'll be right back very shortly. I'll tell you more about it. Give me a moment. Alright. Now, as I mentioned before, Fina and Rhea were the two goddesses you just saw in the opening cutscene. They are the dual goddesses of East. And we'll be meeting them in a short while throughout later on during the game. of more visitors to talk to. Watch out for the monsters with blue heads on their planes. So, yeah, I just read. Just talk to you. These animals are called pickets. They've been kept as livestock in hysteria for a long time. Their meat is simply delicious. The monsters like to eat them too, so now we raise them here in town. Monsters started appearing on the northern path about half a year ago. Because of that, I haven't seen my friends in Minea in some time. I wonder how they've been doing since I saw them last. My son and his wife live in Minea. He's been asking me to come live with him, but I couldn't do that. I've no intention of ever leaving this place. At my age, I'm not about to leave my house, my neighbors, and my town. Understandable. Now, as I was pressing start, I want to show you the equipment screen. Since we have time, I want to give you a rundown of everything. Now of course in Ease, you only have 4 pieces of equipment you have. Your sword, your shield, your armor, and your ring. Depending on what kind of weapon, armory, shielding, and ring you equip, it can do some rather incredible things. We shall run across them throughout the course of the game as well. And I wanted to let you know ahead of time, there shall be much grinding. But the grinding I plan to do will be done in one place. So therefore, when you grind up to near the end of the game, it will help if you're about a bit powerful at the first start of the game. Makes everything so much easier, so much simpler from the get-go. Next, of course, is items. Some are key, some have a single usage, depending on what you may do with it. And of course, you got your load game and your save game. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. Wait. Actually, you can do this. You can save here. Overwrite, yes. Because like I said, I actually did beat this. I actually did a practice run on this game some time ago, and well, it took me a couple of maps to do it because really you do need maps to deal with certain parts of the game. Been here. 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 Definitely been here. Been here. So I guess the smart thing for us to do is go back to the hospital. So I'm from the defense brigade, you know. Tries to solve all the town's problems by himself. And he's too stubborn to let me ever. Won't even listen to my advice. Just could have taken after. I'm going to talk with Ira.
Master Adol, don't overdo it just because you're young. You've just recovered from your injuries after all.
Well, you can always request healing and ask for medicine. I'm just going to leave it. I know you want to be active again, but you need to take it easy. I'm actually seeing who I haven't talked to yet. Already spoken to you. Been here. This was always a problem when I first played it. I had to find out where the hell to go to and everything. So your name's Adol, huh? Glad to know you. Hey Adol, you're looking much better now. You still have questions? Nothing. Nothing, Richter Belmont. You have nothing to tell me. I will probably have to leave town and see if there are any changes. You can't really do anything. Not just yet. You have to speak with the villagers. Make sure you get all the juicy info you probably need, and then some. Why don't I do that? The only one downside to everything is, yeah, you got to go with what they tell you. You got to go through this and... The question is, did you actually believe her when she told you that? ever talk to you? No, I didn't.
Everything was wonderful before the Veil of Storms appeared. Ships were always arriving at the port, and Barbado was so lively. Now Barbado is just a fishing village again.
There, now we got something.
Hey, you're quite a reckless guy. I mean, you already challenged the Veil of Storms. You aren't planning on traveling outside of Barbado, are you? That wouldn't be very smart. Remember all those monsters I told you about? They just attacked you as soon as you stepped outside. Why not join our defense brigade instead? You seem to have the courage for it.
Adol told him that he wants to find out the truth for himself.
I see. Guess I can't change your mind.
Well, you made it through the Veil of Storms. Maybe you're tough enough to handle the monsters, too.
Just a feeling, but
I think you have an unusual destiny. You'll want to exit Barbado and head north. After a while, you'll see the town gate of Minea. It's the largest town in this area, so I'm sure you can get the information you need there. Oh yeah, you should take this with you. Our first weapon of the game, a short sword. Call it a parting gift for me. We use them in the defense brigade. Maybe small, but it's really easy to use. Wish I could give you armor as well, but we don't have any to spare. There's an armor shop in Minea, though, so you can get some there, too. Well, I'll be seeing you. Be sure to drop by sometime. Thank you, Richter. I was hoping you would give me the vampire killer, but this will do. So we hook ourselves up with the short sword. So we leave. Oh, mind you, you can't really use weapons in town, so therefore, self-explanatory. So we're going to save here. And what I'm going to do in the next part is, well, in between all this, I'm going to do quite a bit of level grinding, and in the next part, you'll see a big change in levels. So our next objective is to visit Sarah and Minea. So are we going to do that? You bet your ass we are. In the next exciting episode of Let's Play Legacy of Is, Book 1. Stay tuned for the next part.